Breaking news. Millions of Americans are about to lose their chance at receiving up to $6,000 in winter heating relief, and the deadlines are collapsing faster than expected. Many states are quietly shutting down applications this week. And if you haven't applied yet, you could be locked out until next year. Stay right here because what I'm about to show you could literally save your heating this winter. Guys, this is not a drill. The federal government finally released $370 billion in heating aid, but because of the 43-day government shutdown, states are totally overwhelmed. And some application windows are already closing in days, not weeks. So if you think a letter is coming in your mailbox, trust me, you are already late. What's happening right now? Let's start with the timeline because everything depends on this. The Department of Health and Human Services officially released the funding on November 28th. Normally, this money is approved way back in October, but because of the shutdown, states are scrambling. Some states have been using leftover money from last year just to keep people going. That's why some viewers, like Nancy, already received LIHEAP payments in November before the federal money landed. But for the majority of people watching this video right now, your state was waiting. Your application is not processed yet. Your heating aid is not secured. And now the clock is ticking. States where funding is closing fast, Kentucky residents. Listen carefully. Reports show your application window may close as early as December 12th. That's literally just a few days away. If you've been delaying your application, stop waiting. Go apply today. 8 states are facing a serious setback this year because they received absolutely $0 in additional funding under the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act. And this creates a dangerous situation for millions of households. With no extra money added to their state budgets, the available heating assistance becomes extremely limited. Competition for those limited funds skyrockets, deadlines become brutally tight, and the risk of the program running out of cash increases dramatically. These affected states, Colorado, Kentucky, Louisiana, New Mexico, North Carolina, Oregon, South Carolina, and Tennessee, are now operating with tighter budgets and heavier demand than usual, which means residents simply do not have the luxury of waiting. If you live in any of these states, you must act immediately because once the funds are gone, they won't return until next year, and thousands of eligible families may be left without critical winter heating support. One of the biggest and most costly mistakes people make about LIHEAP is assuming they don't qualify simply because their power hasn't been shut off or because they've always paid their bills on time. That's completely false, and it causes millions of Americans to lose out on benefits every single year. LIHEAP isn't just one program. It's made up of multiple grants that cover different situations. The crisis grant is the one people usually know about, which helps when you have a broken heater, a shutoff notice, or a true emergency. But the most important part, the part most people overlook, is the heating or cooling cash grant, which does not require you to be behind on bills at all. If you meet the income guidelines, the government sends money directly to your utility company to reduce your costs. No shutoff notice, no overdue bill, no crisis required. Just free assistance that millions could claim but never do because they misunderstand how the program works. Paragraph 2, expanded details plus big numbers. And these aren't small checks. They're serious, life-changing amounts depending on your state. Recent updates listed on the official LIHEAP Clearinghouse website, updated November 24, 2025, show just how high these payments can go. In Pennsylvania, cash grants can reach up to $1,000, while Massachusetts goes higher at around $1,500. Some states offer even more generous support. Kansas can climb over $4,000, North Dakota can pay out up to $7,500, and Alaska tops the charts with more than $6,000 in heating assistance. In some cases, states combine LIHEAP with weatherization programs, which can push the total help even higher by covering insulation, repairs, and energy efficiency improvements. The bottom line, you do not need to be behind on your bills to get help, and the amount you could receive might be far bigger than you think. That's why acting early and applying correctly matters more than ever. Let me share something incredibly personal with you because I know many of you are struggling quietly and wondering if these programs even make a difference. Years ago, my own family was drowning under a brutal $600 a month utility bill, the kind that keeps you awake at night doing math you never wanted to do. We were already $3,000 behind. terrified every time we heard a truck outside because we thought it might be the shutoff notice finally catching up with us. But when we finally applied for LIHEAP and the Weatherization Assistance Program, everything changed, literally overnight. LIHEAP cleared that entire $3,000 past due balance, giving us breathing room we hadn't felt in years. And then the Weatherization Program stepped in and provided over $10,000 worth of home improvements, insulation, repairs, ceiling upgrades, things we never could have afforded on our own. And the impact was unreal. Our monthly bill didn't just shrink, it collapsed from $600 to just $150 a month, and it stayed that way permanently. I'm telling you this because these programs aren't just assistance. They're life-changing safety nets designed to pull families back from the edge, and if they could transform our situation that dramatically, they absolutely can do the same for you. Common questions answered, very important. Will LIHEAP reduce my SSI or SNAP benefits? No. LIHEAP payments do not count as income. Do I need to be a homeowner? No. Renters also qualify even if utilities are included in rent, with proof. Do I make too much money? It depends on your state. Most states use 150% of the federal poverty level or 60% of the state median income. In many states, a two-person household making $37,000, $40,000 still qualifies. Can I receive LIHEAP and a discount from my electric company? Usually yes, unless the discount itself is funded by LIHEAP dollars. If you're trying to apply for heating assistance, the biggest mistake you can make is waiting. Waiting for a letter, waiting for someone to contact you, or waiting for your local office to get back to you. By the time that happens, the funding is usually gone, so you need to take action immediately. The first step is simple. Go to Google and search Community Action Agency near me. That's the office that handles LIHEAP applications in your area. You can also search LIHEAP application plus your state to go straight to your official state website. And if you want the fastest shortcut, visit Low Income Relief. where you'll find a complete LIHEAP database with direct links for every state. But here's the important part. Do not rely on online applications alone. In many states, submitting the form online can delay your appointment, and with extremely limited funding this year, delays can cost you your benefits. Always call your local office directly to secure your appointment as soon as possible. Some states have application windows that last only a few days, and once those appointments fill up, that's it. You'll have to wait until next year. That's why acting fast is absolutely critical. Now let's talk about preparation, something a lot of people overlook. When you show up for your appointment, you must bring the correct documents. If anything is missing, the office will send you home and make you reschedule. And with funding running out so quickly, that could cost you your assistance. Make sure you have birth certificates, social security cards, proof of income for your entire household, a recent utility bill, and if you're renting, your lease or rental agreement. These documents verify your eligibility and allow your caseworker to process your application immediately. Appointments fill up incredibly fast, especially this year, with states rushing to distribute heating funds before they run out. Some states are offering $1,000, $2,000, even over $6,000 in heating relief, so naturally the demand is extremely high. That's why being prepared matters. Gather every document ahead of time and keep them in one folder, ready to go. The earlier you apply, the better your chances of getting approved before the funds are gone. Patricia King from PCO issued one of the clearest and most urgent warnings we've heard this season. When the funding is gone, it's gone, and it won't come back until next year. And that isn't an exaggeration. LIHEAP operates strictly on a first-come, first-served basis, meaning every single dollar is claimed in real time as applications are approved. There are no wait lists, no rollover funds, no backup pool, and absolutely no extensions. Once the allocated budget dries up, the program doesn't slow down or pause. It shuts down completely until the next funding cycle. Many people make the mistake of assuming there will be a grace period or that states will magically find extra money, but that has never been how LIHEAP works. The moment the last dollar is assigned, the system closes instantly. Not paused, not delayed, fully closed. And anyone who waited too long is simply out of luck. That's why acting immediately isn't just smart. It's the only way to secure your benefit before the door slams shut for the year. So I'm telling you this as clearly as I can. Please don't wait. Whether you're on SSI, SNAP, SSDI, VA benefits, fixed income, or just struggling to keep up, get that application in now. These programs are first come, first served, and once the funds run out, that's it. No second chance. And with this winter forecasted to be colder, harsher, and more expensive than anything we've seen in years, every single dollar of heating assistance can make the difference between a safe home and a dangerous situation. Don't risk it. Don't postpone it. Apply today. Not tomorrow, not next week. Today. Your safety, your warmth, and your peace of mind matter. So take the 2 minutes, make the call, submit the form, and secure the help you're entitled to before the doors close and the funding disappears. Stay warm, stay protected, and take care of yourself and your family first. I'll be right here again tomorrow with more ways to save money, stretch your benefits, and get the support you truly deserve. You're not alone, and I've got your back every step of the way. This video is for informational and educational purposes only. It is not financial advice, legal advice, or official government guidance. Program rules, benefit amounts, and eligibility requirements can change at any time and may vary by state. Always verify details with your state's official LIHEAP office, local community action agency, or the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services before applying or making decisions.